Oh,
We are live, and
ow.
it's dark, and we're playing DnD.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Double Dragon Trouble!
Woo!
Oh,
Weekly D&D stream where we play a homebrew campaign set in the Forgotten Realms. Dragons are everywhere, they've taken over the world, but we have heroes who are standing against them. Sometimes we have 4, sometimes we have only 2, and today is one of those days. So, joining me are Chris Jørgensen playing Dacus, the Triton Paladin.
Thank you.
Bravo. And Lucas Sparrer playing Bethrogar, the dwarf barbarian. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Last time we had a fun encounter. You left Daggerford after having participated in liberating the city, and you were gifted many things amongst the dagger of healing. And strange enough, you didn't ask for anything else. Maybe healing potions, new ropes, something like that. But you got some rations, and then you took this boat that you received and started sailing up the river Delimbia after the priest from the temple cursed you on your way out of town. After a few days, you got to a place in the river where there was this stone circle atop a hill very close to the river. And as you went by, one of you, I think it was Bright Scratch, saw a figure standing amongst the stones, looking down upon you. So she got ashore, snuck her way up there. Sneak, snuck,
snuck. That is correct.
Snack. She snacked.
She snagged her way up there.
Snacked the way up to the top of the hill and surprised this old lady who was watching from behind a rock. And this old lady phobia immediately set in when the rest of the party joined. But she seemed nice. She warned you about the dragon cultists that you were pursuing because they're dangerous, you know.
Ooh.
And then she asked Dacus what was wrong with his soul. What was that all soul business about? And it turned out that she knew a thing or two about souls. So she offered to tell you more, if you so wished. And then went to her hut and left it to you to enter her hut at your own peril, I suppose, or stay away. You decided to investigate, so you went inside. And it turned into a hack encounter.
No.
Not this time.
Why? No, okay.
So you went into this old lean-to hut built against one of those the stones of the circle. And inside it was nice. And she talked about the soul business. She illuminated you about what it means to have no soul. One of them was that you will not be able to be resurrected if you should die, since your souls are captured somewhere, and basically all resurrection magic involves putting the soul back into your body. Also, you would find yourself more susceptible to charms and generally fey magic and tricks. And lastly, if your soul was consumed in some kind of ritual or magic, or simply destroyed by whoever held it at the moment, you would drop dead immediately. So that is kind of like a liability, you could say. But fortunately, she also knew how to find your souls. It would involve a ritual, and you agreed to do it. So you all went back outside into the stone circle, and she started doing the stuff. So apparently she needed an elf for this. So Dinok volunteered because he had no choice. His hands and feet were bound to 2 stakes that you slammed into the ground, holding him in place. And then the old lady started the ritual. At this time, it was night. And soon the spirits of the land approached. Some were neutral towards you, some were benevolent. and quite a few were hostile and attacked you. Some of them look like dragon cultists that you had previously encountered, but you managed to defeat the first few waves, let's say. And then one of the ghosts showed up, and he looked like the guy that you brutally murdered when you tried to enter the dragon cultist camp. And with him was another dragon cultist who was kind of like slit down the middle. So his two halves of like moved disgustingly between this plane, let's call it the X plane, straight down the middle. Of course, a ghost, so nothing physical, but still disgusting to look at. And then all these other lights started showing up outside the circle in the darkness. And that is where we left off. So, Bethroga, last time you were kind of in a trance again, didn't know exactly what was going on, so suddenly you wake up again and you find yourself outside in the stone circle with Dagos, and Dagos looks 40 years old.
Oh yeah.
So his hair is weird steel blue gray and more wrinkles in his face. But otherwise, he looks somewhat alright. Bright Scratch also looks alright. She's holding her two rapiers on the ground. Dinok is bound. And you can see there are two glowing figures, slightly humanoid in shape, hunched over him. And then this old woman just making some kind of weird spell over Dinok's body. And you can also see that Dinok's lips are moving as if he's talking, but he's not actually saying anything. So, if you want to have a interlude conversation, you can do that.
Are you
The fuck is going on?
Oh right, we're doing a bit of a ritual. Just a little thing.
Well, last time I woke up to a burning city, so I suppose this is not the worst I have been surprised by.
Well,
life has just turned into this slideshow. Burning city, weird ritual, hacks.
Well, I mean,
everything is weird.
There's not much to say about it. If anything comes to try and harm Dinok, kill it. That's basically it. It's not too complicated.
Sounds simple enough.
I mean, there is the fact that that guy is the guy still standing there, the dragon.
He's sort of like leaning against a rock, and you can see the lights outside the circle are slowly approaching from all directions.
Yeah, there is the fact that that guy is saying that all of the dragon cultists we've killed, pretty much, are coming.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, if we could kill them once.
How are they walking? I mean, I cleaved most of them in half. So.
Well, we've seen a few. They seem to be just sort of halfway put together again.
Lovely.
At least you can count how many you've killed.
So they're not like zombies approaching you. They are slightly transparent, very spirity, pale blue light emanating from them. So they're incorporeal, if you like.
Okay, and I assume that I have had a long rest, so I have all of my abilities and health points back, right?
Yes.
That would be a good assumption.
You probably slept on the boat.
Also, normal weaponry isn't super effective against them. Also, we found.
What is normal? What is considered normal weaponry?
I mean, your axe, for example.
All of my weapons.
Anything that isn't magic, so you're in luck.
Woo!
All right. The ghostly figure at one of the standing stones like pushes himself off the stone, and for a moment his hand goes through the stone, so it's just a gesture. He's not actually leaning against anything. It's just he's mimicking basically. And then he looks around, and you can see all these lights approaching from outside the circle start to take different shapes. One of them looks like a corpse without legs, just clawing its way along the ground, but still this pale, transparent shape, ghostly figure There's also one where the face is just a mask of burnt flesh, so you can't really discern any facial features.
Nice.
And quite a few of them are like split down the middle and sort of like sliding against the other side of their bodies in a weird way. And he looks over at you. Well, shall we have at it?
No thanks. So if normal weaponry is ineffective against them, should I just try anyway?
I mean, it still does something.
Okay. Just take my great axe inside.
You also notice that Bright Scratch, right next to you, her eyes have become a bit vacant and she started to drool a bit.
Oh no.
Why?
I just look at the guy and say, "Do you want to go first?" As I prepare my sword and shield.
Last time we met, you were 2 against 1. So maybe we should say it's fair to say 4 against 1. And he looks around at some of the others. The one without legs just clawing its way past him. I think 4 against 1 is fair. And then he draws this ghostly weapon and rushes forward. And you can see all these other spirits like lift off the ground and start to move towards you from all directions. So, give me some initiative rolls.
Woo!
Yay!
Oh God, no.
19.
19. All right.
2.
2.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Could be worse.
No, actually, it's 3. Sorry, I forgot to add my modifier.
Oh. That could mean all the difference.
Exactly.
Yes. A 3 is much better than a 2. I mean, it's a 50% increase. It is better.
True. Now they all roll natural.
Strangely enough, I'm rolling quite well for NPCs today.
Fuck!
Damn it! Roll badly! Start sucking!
Do some other dice.
We'll see. So we have...
Can't you just like disrespect your dice or something?
If you start doing that, you are inviting bad luck.
Yeah, that's what we want.
Well, all right. Well, then let's just give these two some false initiative rolls, and we'll see if that benefits you in any way. Hang on, let me just quickly arrange this in order. Initiative order. It is the most exciting business of D&D.
Indeed.
Who goes first? Who goes second? And here we are. An initiative order. So, Betroga, with your 19, you go first. So basically, what you can see is there's the ghost that talked to you, that drew his sword, that is approaching towards Dagos. Then on the other side, sort of like on your right-hand side, there's another one slightly cut in half, moving towards you. And then there are all these other more crippled specters, sort of like drifting along. 6 of them in total. 2 of them heading towards Dagos, 2 of them heading towards you, but 2 of them are heading towards Dinok, who is still bound with his hands and his feet between these 2 spaces in the middle of the circle. So, what do you want to do?
I suppose I should try to save Dinok.
Well, that is an option. So you can sort of like run towards the 2 that are heading towards Dinok.
Yeah.
All right.
And just try to cleave one of them. Like.
All right. So the first one is sort of like the one missing its legs. So it's kind of like clawing its way along the ground. So you can just like swing your axe at it.
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
but
technically it's prone.
Oh, yeah.
if it's doing that. So
Well-
I guess you get advantage.
well, first I have to get angry because I don't think I'm gonna live through this without raging. So
You take one step and then I got to remember.
Ah.
I gotta be angry.
God damn it. You're just watching all these people that you killed. Most of them you finished with your axe. They just come at you again, and you're like, shit, here we go again. Alright, so give me an attack roll.
With advantage?
Yes. With advantage.
Yeah, and I have to add modifiers. I almost always forget that.
That is perhaps the most important part.
Yeah, that usually helps.
That's a huge modifier. Okay, 19.
19, that's a hit. So you just chop your axe down the spectral back, and it sort of like disappears inside it, and the form turns into like swirling smoke around the axe. And you feel you're hitting something, but it's not like flesh. It's sort of like hitting like jello or something like that. But do roll me some damage.
Okay, damage. That's. Ooh, that's really, really good. Nice. Okay, so that is 16 damage.
16.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I don't think it's gonna do much because apparently my normal weapons are shit. Oh wait, I forgot to add the rage modifier. So that's +2. That's 18 damage actually.
All right, 18. So that is. Oh jeez, I'm just writing numbers here. It now has 2,213 HP left.
Oh god.
That's a
Math.
glitch in the matrix.
This is actually
no.
Tiamat.
Maybe. Good. So that was your first attack. You have another one.
Oh yeah, I do. But like the one I attacked, like sort of disappeared. Right?
Well, it's sort of like where your axe hit, it starts to like turn into weird smoke, and you pull the axe back, and it's still sort of like smoking this pale blue.
I hack it again. Hack.
It's sort of like, but it's still putting together. So, oh my god, another one. So you swing your axe again. Give me an attack roll.
That's slightly worse. That is 17.
17, still a hit.
Nice. The damage is still good. It's 17 this time.
17. All right.
Thank God you're back. We needed that damage.
All right. So you hit it again, and just like chop at where its shoulders should be if it was a corporeal thing, and it turns to smoke. And even though you can see that technically the arm is severed, it is still moving as if it's still attached to the body. And the thing is still alive. Or
Damn it.
it's still moving at least. Is there anything else you want to do?
Nah, man. Nah.
All right. Then one of the other specters sort of like rush ahead of the ghost man. So this one, Chris, is one of those with like the burnt face. Maybe a victim of Dinox's firebombs.
Yeah.
And
He
goes.
Thank you, Dinox.
Ironically, he goes for your face.
What the face?
It's just like reaching out with a hand as if to grab your face. But it's a pretty obvious move. So you just step back a bit, and the hand just slowly moves fast. It's as if he can't really see you because of this crazy burnt mask. Then the one of the ghost that was sort of like torn in half engages you, Bethrogar.
Oh, fuck.
And actually, he's going to walk towards you, and as he does so, you can see his eyes sort of like turn black, and it's as if they are drawing you in somehow. Give me a charisma save.
Oh, fuck it, charisma. Isn't that my worst stat?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, it is. That's my worst stat. Let's see. But I still rolled well, so it's 16.
Okay.
16. All right. So you can feel some magic shit going on, something, but you manage to like avert your eyes, concentrate, and when you look back at him, he's sort of like angry. And that's his turn. Dagos, the guy with the sword, the sentry that you brutally murdered, he will. You know what? He'll do the same. He looks at you, moves his sword in front of you, sort of like in a hypnotic way, and for a moment you can feel some kind of influence come over you. So give me a charisma save. But I mean, you're a paladin, so it should be easy.
Yeah, it should be, right?
It should.
16.
16. All right. Same with Bethroga. You concentrate, and you know something's going on, and you concentrate on resisting it. And after a moment, he like pulls away, and then I'm gonna get you. And that is his turn. Then around him, like running on the ground, almost like dogs, comes two of these dragon cultist specters flying towards you, Dagos. One of them hits you. The other one just jumps at you, and you like sidestep it. But then the other one comes over, and that sort of like claws its way up your shield and just grabs your shoulder, and you can feel this cold sensation running from these spectral hands into your skin. Just get some dice.
Jesus.
You take 9 necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ, and it's not even damage that I can resist with being angry. Damn it!
Yeah,
Also-
when you said cold, I was hoping it was actually cold damage.
Nah. Give me also a Constitution save.
Oh god.
I don't feel like we're gonna survive this.
9.
9. So this cold sensation lingers, and you sort of like try to move your shoulder and like get the blood back pumping, like to recover from that. But it just keeps this as if it's continually gripping your shoulder. So this damage reduction is permanent from your maximum HP.
Oh, okay.
I suppose maybe Bright Scratch should also participate in the battle.
I don't think we'll survive if she doesn't. So that'd be nice.
All right, I'm just gonna put it in here.
Just take Hilda's character and just weave it around like a puppet.
So Bright Scratch sort of like shakes her head, and then she moves in and goes for the double attack against.
Can you also imitate Hilda?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I can. It's such a long time ago since she was with us in combat, so. Well, she will go with her rapiers and try to stab it. Once it hits, and then with the other. That also hits. So she's using rapiers, so that's D8. 5, 6, 7. And her modifier is probably 3. So
Yeah.
10, 13. All right, 13. So that is math. This heat.
Ah!
All right, so
That
she
works.
moves in and stabs the thing, and the places she stabs it turns to like this weird smoke, so it leaves marks in this spectral form, but it does not kill it. So surprise scratch. So the two specters that were moved towards Dinark, one of them attacks you, not Bright Scratch, Ethroga, the one that you attacked, because it's obviously not amused by your attack.
Aw.
But it fails miserably.
Aha!
Oh, so slow, and you just take a step backwards. The other one, hanging back a bit, moves around you and climbs onto Dinok and tries to shove away one of the spirits made of golden light So there's this weird tug of war of spirits on top of Dinak right now. And the golden spirit is thrown back and then just dissipates. So there's only one golden spirit on Dinak at the moment. And then it is Dagus.
Perfect. So who's in my face right now? A few people, right?
Yeah, so there are two of these specters. One of them hit you, the other one didn't.
Mm.
And then there's the ghost sentry, who is not directly in your face. He's sort of like standing behind them, and he tried to do some weird shit on you.
Mm. Huh.
I mean, you can also stall for so long that the session ends. And,
Exactly,
you
that's the
survive.
plan. How are some of them like grouped up? How close are they standing together?
So the two specters and the ghost sentry are sort of like one group in front of you. So they are within 5 feet of each other.
Okay.
Then there's one. Sorry. So there are one directly in front of Bethrogar, and then two more approaching, and then the last one is like has peeled away from the rest, and is on Dinok.
Mm. Then I'm just gonna. Is there any way I would be able to put a 5-foot radius spear to hit them, but not us, or at least some of them?
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
right in front of me, maybe.
if you put it in front of you so it doesn't hit you,
Mm.
you could easily hit the three ghosts in front of you.
In that case, I will cast Moonbeam.
Good choice. So you clutch your, well, you don't really, because your hand is
My
missing,
hand is missing.
on the left hand, and the other one is the sword. So what is your holy symbol?
It's actually on my shield, so I can just.
Alright. So you raise your shield, and there's like a light boom going into the sky. There's this weird fog, low clouds hanging over the place, and sort of like disappears into that, and then the cloud splits apart, and this white beam strikes down and engulfs the two specters and the ghost man in front of you.
Mm.
So, how does this work? Is they save in their future, or is it just
I think so.
damage?
Uh,
I imagine there's some kind of dexterity.
when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain, and it must make a Constitution saving throw. It takes 2d10 radiant damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
Alright, so the ghost man rolled a 3, so he takes full brunt.
Ha!
One of the specters rolled a 10. And the other one rolled a 9.
Alright.
Ha!
I assume that is all for the
Fails.
spell DC.
Yes.
So they take 2d10 radiant damage.
Alright. Oh, that's not that much. It's only 9, but still.
9, alright. So Sentryman, so that is, and Spectres. And yes, good. So this beam of light shines down upon them, and you can see all of them sort of like almost as if the light is searing away at the surface of their incorporeal bodies, and smoke starts rising. It's like, so it seems to be having a good effect.
Woo.
Is there anything else you want to do?
Well, I guess casting a spell doesn't count as an attack, so I can do an extra attack, right?
Yeah, you can make an attack. Yeah.
Oh, can I? Okay. Then I'll just hit whoever's closest with the old
Alright.
longsword.
Old man longsword.
Oh yes. Let's see. That should hit 24.
24. That's a hit. So you swing your sword, whoosh, and it passes through this weird ghostly
And,
body.
oh, not half bad. 13
13.
damage.
All right. And in conjunction with the moonbeam and your sword whoosh, slashing through it, it just evaporates, turns to smoke. That
Woo!
That's one
you
down.
hear this
Okay.
as it disappears. And then I suppose you're out of stuff to do.
Yes.
Very good. Then one of the specters going for the Throgar will attack.
Yeah.
And it rolls a natural 20.
God damn it!
So this is this probably gonna hurt. I need some more dice.
Oh
I
no.
wonder if I'm
When the
gonna
DM says I need some more dice.
Well, you're full health, so oh well, kind of.
I may survive.
Alright. So we have what? You take 22 necrotic damage.
Wow. And it's from my permanent health. What?
Not necessarily. You also get to make a Constitution save,
Oh, come on.
Ah.
and this is your specialty.
Oh yes, it was my constitution. Ah, that's nice. That's 19.
Oh,
I have.
All right. So yeah, you take this damage and you own it and you like throw it off. You still take the damage, but it isn't permanent
Okay, great.
in the sense that it's not subtracted from your max HP, which is nice.
That would be
In
bad
case
if it
you-
was.
In case you need healing. So that was it for that round. We go back to the top, and Bethroka, you are there. Two
Yes.
specters in front of you. One of them have moved around you and are going for good old Dinok. And then there's the ghost guy that's kind of cut in half, standing a bit in the background, cranking a ghostly crossbow maybe, because the cultists just love those.
Oh yes.
What do you want to do?
I suppose I have to attack the one that's going for Dinok because Dinok doesn't really seem to be able to defend himself right now.
Well, you look over and you can see the spectre is kind of like fighting the other ghostly, like the golden spirit, and they're sort of like slapping at each other. So there seems to be some kind of struggle going on. And the old lady's just praying and casting the ritual.
Maybe it can hold out for now.
She like looks at you. I think I can do this. Just give me a moment.
Okay. Then I go for the other one that's not attacking Dinok.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
My luck is over. That is what is it, 10?
That is not enough. So you are sort of distracted by all the stuff going on over at Dinok. So, yeah, all right, I'll swing this axe and miss apparently.
Yes. Okay,
Somehow.
but I have 2 attacks, right?
You do.
Aha!
You also. Let me see. Or is there? No, that's not yet. Never mind.
Aha! But I rolled 18 and plus my modifiers, then that is 25.
That
25.
hits. That hits. So let's see how much damage it does.
Not quite as good as before. What is it? Okay, that's 12 damage.
12 damage. So your first strike missed, then you heft the axe again, and then you come in for another attack. And this
Not
time
yet.
you hit it straight in the head, and it just splits, and then it all just turns into this faint transparent smoke and this voice. I get you next time.
How many are left?
So there are 2 specters in front of you and the ghost dude.
Okay.
So the specter in front of you looks at what happened to its friend and just, this seems to be what we're going to do for eternity. And he reaches out with a ghostly hand. What's your armor class?
14.
Alright, he hits you.
Damn it.
Oh. And it is 12 necrotic damage.
Do I have to do a constitution save or?
Indeed you do. And make it good.
It is good, it's a natural 20.
So you can feel that it's trying to leave some kind of permanent mark on you, but you just, not today. You flex and it just flies off.
I still don't have a lot of health left as it is now.
Like, ha 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 ha. Alright. Then the half-man cleaved ghost in the background steps forward and again tries to do this weird thing with his eyes, just looking at you.
It doesn't enter the moonbeam, does it?
No, this is going on.
Okay, I'm just making
Where
sure.
Death Roger. Give me a charisma save.
No.
Come on.
14.
14. Alright. You can feel that he is trying to impose himself, his consciousness upon you, getting straight up in your face. But you just like mentally block your mind and he is rebuffed once more. Third time's the luck. Third time's the charm. That's how you say it. Dagus.
Yes.
The ghostly dude that you're fighting flies up. Well, he's still inside the moonbeam. Does
Oh
it
yeah,
take
so
damage on the
yeah.
start of his turn?
Yes.
All right.
Or started to turn there.
He rolled a 16 on the save.
That should. Yeah, that's enough.
All right, so only half damage.
All right.
So roll me some damage.
9 damage again, but halved.
Sentry. Well, you are making assumptions. So he's like still burning out this beam, and he's going to then he flies to the side out of the beam, and then turns back at you. Right. And tries to frighten you with his horrible visage as his face contorts and all the lines goes deeper and darker and his eyes turn black and his hair starts standing out and his crushed throat starts to wobble and bleed black blood. Give me a wisdom save.
Why is it always wisdom?
It's not always wisdom. Only, I mean, it's evenly split between charisma and constitution.
Yeah, for this battle it is. Well, let's see.
It's a fair.
Oh,
fair
thank
spread.
God. 19.
19. All right. You this looks horrible, but you managed to calm yourself, calm your nerves, and keep cool. And it looks like he's pissed off by that. Looks like I had to do it the old-fashioned way. But he can't do that yet. So that is his turn. The spectre right next to him sort of looks up at him. You want me to finish him, boss? All right. Do me the honors. With pleasure. And he flies up towards you with his cold hands. But you raise your shield and it bounces off. It's as if someone threw a soft pillow at your shield.
Just moonbeam is concentration, but I don't know a lot about concentration, so just tell me when I need to roll for something.
All right, it's whenever you take damage, you make
Okay.
a constitution. Also, it failed its save, so it takes full damage from the good old.
Come on, roll better. 8.
8. All right. So it looks pretty diminished, but it's still hanging together. But it failed its attack. Then Bright Scratch steps forward and tries to hit it. And she hits it twice.
Right.
So that's 9. So that's 15. Stabs it once. It sort of like recoils, rears up, and then she stabs it in. If it had a heart, she stabs it in the heart. And it turns into dust and smoke and faint memories. So that was Bright Scratch. The ghost sitting on Dinok tries to wrestle the spirit. But the spirit slaps these spectral hands away, and there's this weird struggle going on atop Dinok. But the benevolent spirit is standing its ground. So, Dagos, it is your turn. The 2 specters that were attacking you are both gone.
Yeah.
The ghost sentry is still with you. You step outside the moonbeam. And then there are 2 specters attacking Bethrogar along with the other ghost dude.
I don't think I'm gonna survive this.
You look over, and Bethrogar is just like as if she's been in a cold tomb for too long.
Well, in that case, I will use.
What to
I
do?
will-
What
You
to
do.
I will move the moonbeam
All right.
to
Move.
engulf one of the things fighting Bethrogar, but preferably not her.
All right. You.
I don't assume I can get both of them, but maybe one.
Nah, that would require some amazing geometry.
Yeah.
But you could hit one of the specters and the ghost dude.
Okay.
But not all 3.
Okay. Well, I'll go for that then.
All right. So you like take the moonbeam and then moves it over, and Bethrogar in front of you. This white light suddenly washes over the 2 specters in front of you.
Should I go against it?
No.
Steps into it and you're just consumed by radiant flames.
I'm
Alright.
ready.
This is my chance.
Like I just woke up from a trance and now I'm about to die. So
This is your life. Sometimes you wake up and you're just expected to fight whatever's in front of you.
Pretty much.
But suddenly it's just like innocent elves running around and you're expected to kill them because reasons. I mean, no questions asked.
no, I just hack.
Or heck. A weird. Anyway, one of them succeeds, the other one fails its save. So give me some radiant roll.
Alright. Oh, Jesus. 10.
10.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. And this is hard, so that is. That was too much. There we go. Good. So yeah, I assume that's the bonus action where you move the moonbeam.
No, I think that's the action.
Is it an action? All right.
You can use an action. Yeah.
Very good. All right. So do you want to do a bonus action?
I don't have too many options for that. I can prepare a smite. No, I think it's fine.
All right. You do that, and then you stand back. Yes, this is all right.
Nah, looks good.
This is it's not ideal, but it's better. All right. Then the spectre in front of you, Bethrogar, screaming under this light from above. What is this strange magic? Tries to attack you. And you know what?
He hits.
He hits for 10 necrotic damage.
Yeah, okay, I will very soon be dead.
It's just like swings arm and it just passes through you, leaving this cold sensation. Also, give me a Constitution save.
20.
20. So yeah, again, you shake off the lingering effect.
That doesn't matter if I die.
I mean,
I'm very good with my
it is
const-
important because if your maximum HP are reduced to 0, you instantly just die.
It would reduce to 2 by now if I haven't made all of my Constitution saves. I am about to die.
Well, you have friends, so it's all right.
I don't think the power of friendship will save me.
Maybe not. But it is your turn, so you can do something about it.
Can I try to hack the guy who was hit by the moonbeam?
Sure. Go ahead.
Ta-da.
Spectres are more dangerous than the ghosts.
23.
23, that's a hit. So you swing the axe, whoosh, and it passes through the ghost. Let's have some damage.
Okay, so 16 damage.
16, very good. So that is... Alright, you hit it. Whoosh, again, it doesn't seem to be doing too much, but it's doing something. But it's still alive.
I hit it again.
Alive.
And now, like, you're raging, but you're also angry. Alright.
24 damage.
That's a lot.
Nej, ikke damage.
God
24
damn.
in the attack roll.
Oh, that's a hit.
Okay.
Plus
Damage.
24, that's amazing.
12.
12?
It's not gonna do anything.
My
My weapons suck.
It's gonna do something, but it's not gonna do enough. Like, hit something and you see the weird like remnants of its legs are just starting to evaporate, but the upper torso is still there. And I think he's ready for at least another round.
I like that we're learning that when Bethroga rages, she's actually just mad at her weapons for not killing things faster.
Kill faster!
I'm rolling well, but it doesn't work.
I found the way to break Bethroga. Just throw incorporeal beings at her.
I mean, they damage me a lot, and my weapons are in effect. So.
Yes.
Oh, this is the perfect fight for me.
So the other spectre next to you is still in the moonbeam and fails its roll. So give me some radiant damage. Oh, hang on a second. No, it isn't. Sorry.
Oh.
Isn't. It is the other spectre that's in the light.
Oh, right.
This one is just going to attack straight up. Oh.
Oh no.
Are you ready for this?
Rip Bethroga.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Oh, that's... He misses.
Okay.
Did he miss?
Yeah, he missed. So it's like, why can't I hit with these smart, immortal hands?
Does he know how I feel right now?
He looks at you and he makes an insight check. 6, no, he doesn't. He doesn't know how you feel. He thinks you're just being an asshole.
I just gotta hack away, like, that's nothing.
The ghost half-man moves in for another try. Join me! And his eyes goes black again and he does all that weird voodoo. Give me a charisma save.
I'm so glad that these digital dice aren't failing me today. 18.
18. So again, he tries to do this weird possession shit, and you just knock it off, please. Just stop it. And he's like, I guess I have to try something else then. And he picks out like a box full of banana peels. That's his turn. The ghost sentry over at Dagos. He
Isn't he in the light? Or was
no,
that not
he
him?
moved outside.
Oh,
and then
right.
he moved the light away.
Damn it.
He will just move in. He raises his sword for a moment, then realizes, oh, yeah, right, I don't need this. And then he just comes in with a ghostly hand. Tries to hit you. What is your armor class?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
18.
And he rolled an 18. You're not the only one who are lucky with the rolls today. Maybe it's because you wanted me to fudge with the initiative rolls. Dice giveth and they taketh. So that's 14 necrotic damage.
14.
Plus 3, so 17.
Alright.
What happens if we die? Then does the stream just stop?
This is just, well, that was it. Goodbye.
Yeah, just leave.
I'm finally free. I'm like the genie from Aladdin. Oh, I can travel around the world. No. So that's what he does. And he sees the pain in your face, Dagos, and he smiles at it. Yes. This is only a fraction of what I felt. The anger. The disappointment. I had a promotion coming.
Well, you're about to feel that disappointment again.
Brave words from a walking corpse. I suppose that goes both ways. Bright Scratch moves up and tries to stab him in the face.
Nice.
The first one hits him, and the second one misses. So that's 5. So it's not much, but it's something. She like cuts his cheek a bit. Oh.
Is that his reaction?
It's just like doing the whole walking corpse, and it's and like his ghostly false mustache that kind of comes off halfway. Oh, it's real! It's not fake! In the meantime, the old lady over at Dinok sort of like takes her weird kind of like channeling fingers and turns them towards the spectre that's sitting on Dinok and then focuses on it. Begone, you foul creature! And she lifts it off with some kind of invisible force, just guiding it with her hands, and then turns it away and pushes it so it flies out of the circle and lands nearby. Yes, that's how we do it. Don't mess with a what was it? A barefoot. Yeah. So that is its turn. Dagos.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the sentry in front of you, and then there's the 2 specters attacking the Throgar. Then 1 spectre that has been thrown out of the stone circle, and 1 ghostly half man in front of Bethrogar.
All right. I turn to the annoying guy and just say, "You're gonna have to wait." And then I run to Bethrogar.
I have all eternity.
Good to know.
Yeah, doing so would provoke an attack of opportunity, though.
Yeah. Well, let's risk it.
All right, I like it. A gamble.
Mm.
Oh dear.
Oh god. And crit.
Maybe.
Stop it!
Actually, that wasn't enough dice. I'm sorry. It was a worthy gamble.
Mm.
So that is 20, 25.
Oh my god.
8. 31 necrotic damage.
I am unconscious.
All right.
I'm gonna join you soon.
You turn around and I'll get back to you. And it's like, no, you don't. Reaches out for you, grabs your shoulder, spins you around, and then just you go unconscious. You don't know what happened. Bethroga, out of the corner of your eye, you can see Dacus being held by the ghost and just slapped until he's unconscious. Alright, so I guess that's your turn.
Yeah, I suppose it is.
One of the specters will attack you, Bethroga. The one that's almost dissolving, but still going a bit.
Come at me.
I will. He reaches up towards you, but he's just stuck on the ground with his legs missing. Even though he's a ghost, maybe he has forgotten that he's a spirit. So he can't quite reach you with his ghostly hands. And then it is your turn, Bethroga.
Well, what will I do with my last time on this earth?
You look around and suddenly you see all the details in the rocks. The moss growing there, the faint light.
I will continue hacking away at the ghost that is still not dead. Despite taking over 30 damage.
He's a resistant boy.
Yeah, I hack at him again. Hack. That is 18.
18, that hits. So you swing the axe again.
That is 14 damage, but he's
14.
not gonna take any of it.
Well, you are making assumptions. You swing the axe and you just hit him straight in the back, and where his spine would be, sort of like explodes, and then he just dissipates.
I can die happy.
Next time.
Now I die.
So yeah, he's gone. You have another
Nice.
attack.
I hack at the other one.
Good, that was that one. Next one.
This whole fight is just Bethroga, like.
I'm so fucking tired.
I mean, your arms are going to be so buff at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me an attack roll if you want to try to hit him.
That is 25.
Jesus.
I mean, at least you don't have a problem hitting them, so you just whoosh.
That is what's so frustrating. And my damage
You're used
is
to everything just exploding in front of you when you swing that axe.
my damage is gonna be good again. It's 14, but he's not gonna die from it.
No, he isn't.
Damn it.
So that is... you like hit him in the side and half his ribcage comes out, like the spectral thing that just dissipates, and he looks at it. I didn't need that anyway. Do you have anything else you want to do? A bonus action? Like pop a healing potion?
Do I have a healing potion?
Well, if it's in your inventory.
I don't think she does.
There is not a healing potion in my inventory.
You open your bag and there's just that white outline of a healing potion, but nothing
Because
else.
I was gone last time. Healing potion.
Well, you do have like as you're standing there looking around, you can see just poking out of the belt of Dinok is the dagger of healing.
Oh no. Yeah, well.
Can I do it?
So were you here when you heard about the dagger?
The dagger of healing, you stab yourself with it and then it might do. I heard about it, I just don't quite understand what I got.
So as you look at upon the dagger, you remember Pike's words, and he explained something like, you basically just stab yourself with it, and it will heal you. Sometimes it heals more, sometimes it heals less.
I'm gonna run towards that dagger.
All right. So he's basically right behind you, so you can just turn around and grab the dagger. And so it will require an action to use, so you can't actually use it.
Yep.
On this turn, anyway.
But I only have this one turn. Do you know how little health I have left?
We'll see. The dice decide.
The dice is so
I mean, sometimes the dice like to bring it just to the edge and then pull you back in.
I don't think the dice
We'll see. So that was your turn. The spectre that just attacked, you like pull out the dagger, this weird jaded greenish dagger. You look upon it, and then you see the specters coming for you. That will not save you.
It probably won't.
You take 15
And I'm unconscious.
necrotic damage.
I'm unconscious.
Grabs your ankle, and you just lose consciousness, and you fall back. All right. Interesting.
Did
you expect us to survive this?
Yeah, well.
He expected more players.
He did.
So the ghost half-man sort of like looks down at you, then looks at the spectre. You fool! I wanted to possess her. We'll try something else then. And he looks at the old woman. Yes, this will do. And he walks over.
Oh no.
No, old woman.
And he takes his hand and just swings it at the old woman. But she turns around and faces him with her channeling hands. And almost holds him in place. There's this struggle of minds and wills as he's trying to grab her, but he's held back by the force of her spell. Begone, you foul creature! And she looks over, oh, the fishman has fallen! And he looks at the dwarf. And the dwarf! I guess it's up to you! And she looks at Bright Scratch.
Come on, Bright Scratch!
The other one, the ghostly sentry, will attack Bright Scratch. But she is very nimble. She just jumps over his attack.
It's nice that you have good dice. I mean, I did too, but didn't.
And then she tries to retaliate with her 2 rapiers. And the first one hits in the shoulder. I mean, it's some damage. The second one hits perfectly. Almost critically well, if you like.
Ooh.
So these damage dice are not that good though. So it's 5, 8, plus 6, so 14. Which is halved. So, she does some stuff. Oh yeah, she has a third attack actually. Because she has extra attack. But that's a 2, so that doesn't hit. So that was her turn. The spectre that was thrown off, Dinok, swoops in again and goes to Dinok once more, climbing onto his chest, and this golden spirit starts to battle in this tug of war.
They're just all gonna die while the others are gone.
And they're just evenly matched. None of them able to throw the other one off. Dagers, give me a death save.
That is 1 fail.
1 fail. Alrighty. The Throgar, give me a death save.
Could I just keep rolling nicely? Now it's great because then it's nice I can roll. 12, so that's a 6.
Yes.
It's enough.
Is that a success? It's a success. Okay.
So that was 1 success. Sorry, Dagers, was it 1 success or fail?
No, I failed.
Oh. I usually write with the letters for some reason. I wrote it with numbers this time, and then I couldn't see if it was a success or fail. Alright, so you roll a success, so you're not immediately dying. Dagers has entered what we call the kind of like the jeopardy zone, the danger zone almost. 5% chance of dying.
True.
Alright, so that was Throgar. The Spectre will also go for the old lady now.
Go, old lady.
Don't die, old lady.
I'm cheering for you. Unconsciously.
She's holding one ghost at bay, and then the other Spectre comes in and is like, turns her hands over and holds him at bay also. I can't do this forever. She looks at Bright Scratch. You have to do it.
It's just DM playing with himself.
This is what it's come to. Ghost, half man. Try to recharge his possession, but he can't. So he will just go for an attack against the old lady, try to get her off Dinak. Without success. This old lady, she is
really OP.
She is better at dodging attacks than you are.
Yeah.
And
I'll
the
give him
sentry will also, but actually he will get the no position this time. And a 4. So he also tries to hit it, but she's just dodging out of the way, dodging this way,
Jesus.
pairing with a weird spiritual shield, doing the god's work. Then Bright Scratch will. You know what? She will dash. Well, not literal dash, but she will jump over to Bethroga and do something pretty reckless.
Okay.
Your eyes are almost closed. You can just barely make out what's going on around you, and you see Bright Scratch get to your side, take the dagger of healing from your hands, lift it above you, and then there's this look of, should I do this?
Stab me!
She stabs you. So it heals you for 2d4 plus 2. So that is a mighty 5 hit points. And because you're already at 0 hit points, you just gained straight up 5 hit points, and you are back. You're conscious. You also, though, take a death strike, because you technically. Oh yeah, you need to take some damage as well, but that was cancelled out because you're already down. So you technically took damage, which gave you an automatic death strike, but you are now at 5 hit points. And I guess that counts as an attack.
I suppose.
So she has an extra attack. And she has rapiers, so she can make 2 attacks against the ghost half man. Ooh, that's good. So that's 11 plus 6, so a 17. And that is halved. So that is. Alright, hit him.
I'll just quickly have to go to the toilet. I've just calculated how much water I drank before this. Miscalculation!
Godspeed.
It's just a DM playing by now.
Yeah.
So
We're just
the
listening.
spectre atop Dinak will try to throw off the good spirit, and finally it succeeds, lifts this golden spirit above him, and then throws him off. And the golden spirit just dissipates, leaving Dinak exposed, if you like, except for the old lady who is staunchly holding her ground. Dagos, give me another death save.
That is another fail.
It
wasn't a critical fail, though.
So technically the dagger of healing is out of the question now.
Yeah. Well, it was my gamble. I accept my fate if this happens.
Alright. So technically it's Bethroga now.
Oh. Oh, that perfect.
Perfect timing. Bethroga. There we go. Bethroga, it is your turn.
Great. What's going on around me right now?
So, Bright Scratch is next to you. You are back with 5 hit points. There are 2 ghosts, one sentry, and then the half man standing over Dinak. One of the specters have finally managed to lift off the golden benevolent spirit and throw it off Dinak. So he is completely bared, except for the old lady with her weird channeling stuff. So basically 2 ghosts and 2 specters.
Okay. Great. Then I just try to get the specter closest to me, because that's all I can.
Alright. Give me some attack rolls. Also, you need to re-rage.
Okay. I re-rage.
Also,
You
just
better
sticking
deal
out
more
your chest
damage
is
this
this
time.
dagger, and you can see that it's like it's a nice feeling. You would expect a dagger in your chest to feel this nice.
Can I also do a reckless attack?
Sure.
Okay, that gives me advantage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. So we're gonna hopefully roll some really, really good stuff with this advantage.
Crit.
Make it count.
It rolled a 16, so plus modifiers. That's 23.
That's a hit. That's a hit. An easy hit.
Okay, easy hit. Great. And then
Let's get some easy damage.
the damage is 12.
12 damage. Alright.
I'm just gonna continue hacking with
Hit
that.
him. Sort of his arm evaporates into this dust, but he's still holding together. And
Of course he is.
you're back up. I didn't expect us to meet this soon again.
I didn't either. I have another attack, don't I?
Yeah.
I
you
hack
have
at
a
him again.
extra attack.
Hack.
Give me that attack roll.
Yes. That's not quite as good. That's, what's that? 18.
18. That's a hit.
Okay.
At least they're easy to hit.
They're easy to hit, yeah.
You just have to hit them a lot.
Hit them hard. And a lot.
14
14.
damage.
Alright. So you hit him in the back, and he almost disappears until there's only his head and one hand left. There's a little bit more fight left in me.
I see that. Can I yell to Bright Scratch that she needs to stab? No, wait. I should have stabbed Dagger. Stab her.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work anymore, the dagger feeling. It's only
You've
once a
already-
day.
It works once per day. Also, sort of like metagaming, technically he has 2 death strikes, so hitting him again would
Well, yeah, that would kill
him,
me actually.
but it will also permanently, like, insta kill him. So he'll,
Damn it.
I don't know, explode in life and death. Just turn to flowers.
I become a force ghost.
You like stab him and just disappears, and you like step on his cloak. Hell.
Damn it.
All right. One of the ghost people looks down at Dinok, then looks over at Beth Rogar, back on her feet. You're a tenacious one. A tenacious dwarf. And he looks at the other ghost. Together, I'll take care of this one. And he kneels down next to. There's still the old lady. He moves to kneel down next to Dinok, but the old lady sort of gets in front of him. Not one step closer, Wraith. Don't come between a ghost and his prey. And they kind of badly reenact the Lord of the Rings in front of you. And it takes a while. And he reaches out and grabs the old lady by the throat and lifts her up.
Oh god.
Alright, so he rolled 2 1s and 1 2, so not a lot. So that is plus 8. 8. You can see that her skin sort of starts to crumple a bit inwards. Her eyes go dark, and her hair grows even paler, and she looks even more frail now, and her teeth start chattering. But she is still alive. It takes more than a wraith to finish me. Billy Barefoot. The sentry looks over at you, Throgar.
Oh no.
All right, here we go again.
I just like being conscious. Just got used to it.
And he rolls a 4, so he moves over to you and just no. This is like the boss fight where you have 1 hit point left, and you've been like working for 2 hours to get to this point. So no, you dodge it. And Bright Scratch just looks at you. I've never seen anyone move that fast before. And then she uses a radius.
Yay.
To attack Ghost Man. Let's see, so that did it. And all of them hit.
Yay.
So, oh, finally. So that is 40, 21. So that is good. Yeah, she does some damage to him. It's like for every time he's hit by the rapiers. And then she's like, maybe I should have helped Vegas instead.
Maybe.
Yeah. The spectre that was thrown out of the circle claws its way back. Oh yeah, it already got him. And is now trying to dig his hands into D-Lock. But whatever he is doing is not taking effect. So, Dagus.
Yes. I suppose you'll be wanting a death save.
Roll well. Otherwise, we have to contact Nina.
Alright. I'll just...
You want some ceremony?
Some
good luck thrown away?
I just want my
No.
character to have some thoughts here. A little prayer.
Mm.
For Eldath to help my friends as I take my last breath.
Oh.
No!
I rolled
What
a 2.
did you roll? All right. Okay. You Jesus.
No!
You think of Eldath and all his promises, all your services to his name, and this is what got you. On the cold ground in a stone circle,
No.
spirits all around you.
As
Your
an
friend
old
tied
man.
with his hands and his feet tied to stakes. And
Oh boy, the others are gonna come back to a surprise. Especially Frederick, because he hasn't even been here for the beginning of the ritual.
all right. So, I just thought of something funny. I can see that we might have a viewer. So if you want, you can write something in the chat, and that would be the last thing that Dagus hears.
That's quite some view entry.
Oh, God.
Might be a
Well-
bit of a gamble.
It-
So yeah, Dagus, you...
Well, actually, it would be perfect if I died right now, because then we're going to Hilda's birthday, and then you can help me make a new character.
oh shit. All
I
right,
pray for death.
you just... Your body convulses, and then your arms just fall out to the side. And the old lady doing her stuff just looks over at you, and then her thoughts swirl around. And if you could hear them, there would be something like,
Well, shit.
and what the fuck is that called? The effigy has fallen, but the spirit lingers. And Dagus, you regain some sort of consciousness, but you are not really corporeal. You don't feel your arms or your legs. You are conscious, and you can see something, or more like you can feel it, you can sense it more than you see it. And when you expand your senses a bit, you feel trapped in some sort of cell with round sides, round top, almost as if you're in some kind of sphere of force that is pressing down on you from all sides, containing you almost.
Mm.
And you sense something else next to you, something akin to a presence, a familiar presence. It reminds you somehow of Dinok, but it's as if this thing is asleep.
Mm.
Out of your senses, you start to see something beyond this barrier that holds you in. And you can see tables, a large hall. You see a cave-like ceiling with teardrop-shaped lamps hanging down here and there, held up by black chains. You see creatures, a centaur. You have read about centaurs, you've never seen them. Walk past over there. You see elves, weird elves. You've seen elves before, but these are pale blue, the hair blue, the clothes are blue, the manners are blue. And it seems some kind of feast is going on. People are mingling, glasses in their hands, drinking, conversing, and everything is swaying from side to side. And you realize that it is your container that is moving. You're being carried towards a mound in the middle of this cavernous hall. And on top of it, you can see ranks of dignitaries, people who appear more worthy than the rest of them. And at the top of this mound, on some kind of throne in front of a table laden with delicious food, is an elf with blue hair that glows like iron glows when it's hot, only it is blue instead of reddish. Pale skin. And she seems to be having a conversation with what looks like a set of armor filled with flames. And then we move back to Bethrogar, back in the stone circle.
Yes.
So, Bethrogar, there's still 2 specters and 2
Right.
ghosts.
Ah!
And you look over at Dacus, and there's something that's missing, as if he was unconscious before, but now he's still.
Can I just start crying?
Crying is a free action.
Time to drink.
You can do that. Back to the drink. You walk over and pick up his folded paper hat.
I'm still raging, so I'm just angry crying.
You motherfucker!
Alright, so what do you want to do? There's still this ghostly hand and head in front of you.
Can I try to hit the ghostly head and hand because he just annoys me?
Sure. Give me an attack roll. Looks like your friend is dead. You will join him soon.
Ah, 20!
Yeah, and you don't need to roll damage because he's so low. So you just hit him and he disappears in blue smoke. Alright.
Where's the next one?
So there's the ghost man, the ghost sentry that was attacked by Scratch recently. So he's next to
Attack
you.
him!
Here's the next one. Oh! Good. Give me an attack roll. I mean, you could also attack the old lady. That's
20 hack.
if only it was the damage.
Yeah, but it's not. The damage is still good though. It's 14.
14. All right. You hit him. Well, you are seeking to move from the top and down, and he's split in 2, and then he slowly starts to goes back together, and his face like, and then it's like, and then he just collapses to the ground, and becomes this weird blue mist on the ground that slowly sinks into the grass. All right. Over at unless you have a bonus action.
I don't have a bonus action.
You can
I
cry.
don't think so. Okay, cry.
More crying.
All right.
I like angry snot cry, just obvious.
All right. The ghost man leans down. Oh yeah, he's holding the old lady. Tries to hit her again, but she managed to break him free lands on the ground, and then holds up her hands again as a weird warding move. And it's like, oh, this old lady, she's feisty. If only the fishman was as feisty as you, it would have been a worthy battle.
This motherfucker.
And then Bright Scratch tries to stab him in the back.
Stab!
2 hits. So she would probably accept something if she was here in person, but so that's 9 plus 6, so 15. So that's... She does something. And so turns around. I'll get to you in a moment. And the Spectre atop Dinok, who is engaged with him. Well, it was secret, but now it's out. Anyway, he will move in. And you can see that Dinok starts to choke this black fluid.
Oh no.
It's going to be interesting when he gets back.
Ah.
Dagos, you're dead. Bethroga, it is your turn again. It's just like this battle of attrition. There's so few people left.
Like, where is Ghost Man? I'm gonna attack Ghost Man.
So he is standing sort of like over Dinok's body, engaged with the old lady.
I'm gonna attack Ghost Man. Heck.
Walk up, like maybe step onto to Dinok to get better height. Just try to. All right, give me an attack roll.
Please. Same as last time, 20.
20. That's a hit. So let's have the damage.
Oh, it is better than last this time. It is 17. Oh.
17. All right.
Yes.
He's still there. He turns around. Oh, that hurt. Do you really want me to finish you? But you still have an extra attack.
I do. Okay. That's a hit. That's 22, I think.
It's plenty.
Okay. Damage. 14. Why do I
I don't
roll
even
so
know if you
many
can
14?
miss him, actually, because his armor class. Anyway, how much damage?
14.
14.
I roll so many 14s.
Yeah, really.
You carve him, and the lower part of his body just turns to dust and this thick mist. But his upper torso is still there. Close. But now it's my turn.
Damn it!
He comes in for an attack.
Please.
Come on, divine intervention.
Please.
From
Old lady. Someone.
That is 10 necrotic damage.
And I'm dead.
You dropped unconscious once more.
Again.
And then Bright Scratch. Well, she could attack him. But she could also stabilize you. There's a 5% chance that you will die. She will attack him.
Oh no. What if we
Hit him
both
once.
die?
Will it be enough damage? Like, steps once, she misses. And she knows this is her last chance. She comes in again, hits him
Come
in the chest.
on!
And she rolls an 8, so that is 11 damage. And the ghost man takes the blade in his chest, looks down at it, and he laughs. And then he dissipates.
Oh.
Then the spectre atop Dinok digs deeper again.
Oh, there's no one left.
But the old lady sort of like imposes herself in front of it. No, you will not take him.
But it doesn't matter.
And it rolls a natural 20. He just moves into the old lady and she kind of explodes. Her arms and legs flying off in directions with smoke trailing after them.
I hate this. I hate all of this.
And then it is Bethroga's turn, so give me a death save.
Uh,
Don't roll a natural one.
Yeah, please don't.
didn't. I rolled 17. I'm okay.
Alright, so
For now.
two success. Bright Scratch engages this creature. But actually she won't. She will try to stabilize you because she hasn't really taken any damage yet. So,
Well,
and
how is she
rolls
so cocky?
a natural one on her attempt to
I
save.
thank you.
What is this?
It's like trying her best, but her claws are just digging into you instead. Come on, this is how it works, right? Not very effective. This Spectre attacks her. Also rolls a natural one. So it's like tries to get over her, but she like ducks down and sort of like comically flies over her. Ooh! And lands on the ground.
Right, Scratch is the luckiest player in this game, and she's not even here.
The Throgar, give me another death save.
Come on, success.
Don't roll a natural one.
Wow.
Aha, it is 12. That was
Woo.
enough, right?
Yes.
So you are stabilized, so you're no longer dying. And maybe Bright Scratch thinks that is her work. So, alright. She's no longer dying. That's good. So she turns upon the Spectre. So basically, if Bright Scratch dies, that will be a loose Spectre. So we'll see. She rolls 2 hits and 1 crit.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
So that is 8, 10, 15 damage plus. It's actually 3 per attack, so it's plus 9. So it's 26, which is halved. 13. So it is math.
It is math.
Math.
Horrible, horrible math.
It retaliates. And rolls a 2. And she attacks back. And hits 2 times.
Okay.
Okay.
Bright Scratch doing work right now.
Bright Scratch is the only one working.
15, 18, that's halved, so that's 9. She misses 1 attack, then 2 of them, one in the eye, in the other eye, and then, and it's ghost.
I'm gonna be glad to tell Hilde that you saved us without being here.
Well, some of you.
Some of us.
She saved. Yeah.
This fight is quite cinematic. It's Bethroga just hitting stuff over and over. Bright Scratch just like... And Dager's just being cocky to the enemy and then turning around and dying.
I'll get back to you.
Yeah. Well, he is a spirit, so I suppose in some sense I will get back to him.
Oh yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Well, except my soul is gone.
So, Bethroga, you're unconscious. Roll me a d4 to see how long time it takes for you to wake up.
4. 1.
1. So in 1 hour. Bright Scratch is left alive. And yeah.
Dager's is dead?
This ritual, it wasn't even a success. The old woman died as well. We don't know anything.
She looks around and the distortion of time and all of that does weird things. So when the battle is over and she finally steps back a bit, still holding the 2 rapiers, looks around, the sun rises above the horizon, just ever so slightly. The first rays of day lighting up the top of the stones. And she looks down. There's no real evidence from the enemies. They all turned to mist and disappeared. There's the remains of the old lady lying here and there. One arm sticking out of a bush. one leg hanging from the top of the hut,
Holy shit.
Oh god.
and then of course Dagger's lying there on the ground.
Fucking brutal, man. So brutal.
She walks over and she cuts the bonds of Dinok, releases him, and he slowly comes to his senses. And he looks around. He has been on a journey. That's all he is going to say right now, as he's shocked by what has happened. And he's also a bit shocked when he sees Dagers lying there.
Just a bit.
Just a bit. I'm not making any assumptions on his behalf.
I
After
think
an hour,
Fred would be shocked if he was here.
Probably.
If he was here.
we'll see. I think we'll save most of that for the next session where we will actually be here.
Sounds like a good idea.
Maybe all of us. So, not Bright Skates, Bethroga, after an hour, you wake up from combat. You're basically lying where you fell, and you look around.
Was this a dream? Oh shit.
Fuck!
And
Damn
yeah,
it.
you can see like the aftermath of the battle.
I could really use a drink right now.
So there's the old lady's hut that you could look through if you wanted to see if there's a drink.
Nah. I'll look through the hut though, because maybe I should just like go over to my dead friend and be like, hey.
Hey.
Like doing that old way, like prop him up a bit and just like have a conversation with him. That is,
Should we?
I guess since I'm dead, I can get started on just drinking. I'll just sit here.
I assume we'll do a burial in the next session. Oh well. For now, I loot the hut.
No, you sit next to him and so like take
Another time.
Well, you have your water skin and sort of like try to pour it in between his lips, but it's not working right. And you need something stronger than water, and then turn your eyes on the old hut, just storm in, kick the door open. So tell me a bit about this rummaging around. What do you do inside this hut? There's the hearth in the middle, still with the tripod and the old lady's stew still bubbling there. A few shelves, alcoves holding pieces of a long life.
Yeah. See if there's anything of value.
All right.
I guess.
You look around. You don't find any money. You don't find any like material wealth.
Anything important in there?
But you do find an old backpack.
Okay.
And this looks like a traveler's backpack. It has like straps and stuff on the sides where you can hang stuff onto. There's even still some old moldy rope sitting on the side. The leather is cracked with age, but you can open it and look inside. And there are a few very dry biscuits in there. And there's a moldy bedroll. A few old candles. And a couple of daggers.
I'll take the daggers.
And then there's also 2 potions.
Take
it has the unmistakable symbols on their peeling labels that you think they're healing potions. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so 2 healing potions.
Indeed.
I could have used those a while ago. Yes.
Just a quick metagaming. Don't forget to loot me as well.
Oh.
Morbid as it is, it might be nice.
That seems so wrong.
He's dead. Guess we'll take his stuff.
Okay, go back and loot Vegas, I guess.
Well, you don't have to, of course. I'm just saying I have something.
I should probably loot you. You're right.
All right. You finish up the backpack and then walk back outside. Oh yeah. Also, while rummaging around the hut, you found quite a few bottles of various liquids. Some of them smells like wine, tastes like wine. One
Can
of
I
them
just...
a good brandy. Who knows how the old lady got this?
Let's just go with a glass of brandy in hand, like just going, like, following it around like this, and just go back and start looting my friend
Sit
for all
down
his shit.
next to Dacus, just an arm over his shoulder, looking at him, then putting a hand in his pockets, just looking around,
While drinking, just like...
and then like pouring some on his head or something. Oh, you need this.
just...
Oh man, this is sad. So basically, all his stuff is transferred to you, basically. So all his money.
Oh boy.
Okay, so how much does he have?
I have 120 gold.
Okay, 100.
Oh shit! I forgot something.
And
Was
the
that
mystic
gold?
magic.
And then you also find a label, like a message written on some paper. Words that doesn't make any sense to you at the moment.
A strange message.
And you put it in your pocket. The only thing you recognize from this message is the number 170.
Oh, beautiful.
170. Yes. Okay. What does Degas have? Or...
So I guess you have some weapons and stuff, but I mean...
So much.
Okay, I just write Degas shit.
Yeah, we can figure that out later.
Yeah.
There's a few things to go through.
I think that we will save the rest for next session, where hopefully the others will be here to witness
That
your
sounds
passing.
like something.
And then we'll figure out what we'll do with you.
Yeah.
I just... Yeah,
Time to-
because he does.
Time to get the old book ready.
The most, like, consistent player just lost his character. That's fair. That's so fair.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a gamble.
Yeah, I'm here to make all the stupid decisions.
I
It
don't
didn't
think
work
you
out this time.
realized- I don't think that you quite realized how big a gamble it was when you made that decision, though.
No, he did crit me, didn't he? On the yeah, exactly. I was like, I'll take some damage. I'll because I was going to heal Bathroga.
Yeah.
And then nope.
Oops.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good choice to try to heal.
Yeah, it was my paladin nature. That's
Mm.
that's how he died.
I guess you died as you lived.
Maybe a
Trying to save people.
maybe a morbid question. Since I took necrotic damage and died, how does my corpse look?
Oh yeah, it's sort of like a bit shriveled, and like you have I guess you have gills maybe,
Yeah.
and they're like completely dried out and
Okay.
cold and
Oof.
not pleasant at all.
Not nice to look at.
So just a quick reminder: next time all of us will be gone, so there will be no stream next Thursday.
I don't think I'll be there for next Thursday either, because I'm still in Gisabon. So.
So that is the 4th.
Yeah, that's the 4th. I won't be there either.
And I'm probably in Scotland as well.
Yeah, okay, so
So I
we're
guess-
gone 2 weeks.
We'll figure it out.
I thought we could have a special stream on the 4th, but I guess not. So we'll be back the 11th of July for the funeral of Degas and other things. Maybe we'll hear what Dinok was up to.
Oh yes.
That was so important that he couldn't help us.
No, I think it's actually good because Dinok might be the one with information about where his soul is then. I thought it was going to be the old lady, but maybe it was his adventure.
We'll see.
Yes.
We will see. So yeah, that's it for today.
Very exciting episode.
For sure. First death. Woo.
First death.
Thank you.
It only took 22 episodes.
Mm.
So by Christmas, I expect to have the rest of you.
Can't wait.
No. So that's it. We'll see you next time in July.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.